What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it. Another day in the world of cryptocurrency, right back outside in the backyard. The birds say they've been missing y'all. The birds want the updates, what they want to know what's going on in the cryptocurrency market. Beautiful day outside. Is this a indication that the weather is starting to change? Crypto winter may be starting to soften up. When you take a look at the cryptocurrency market, yesterday we had an outstanding day. And there's a bird. Birds say, what's going on, y'all? Hit the like button for the birds. Hit the like button for the birds. They have been missing. The Stock Holiday community been missing the videos. But yesterday was an explosive day in the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin scaled all the way up. And when I say all the way up, Bitcoin did its thing. It finally broke the resistance level of $70,000 that it has been trying to break over the past week. It scaled all the way up to $73,500. Almost got to $74,000. Now that is a huge push and a huge pump for Bitcoin. Guess what? We're now out of the $60,000 range. How long is this going to last? Is this just a temporary pump, or is this something that we should really be paying attention to for a couple of weeks, a couple of months? Take a look at the markets right now. We understand that 2026 did not start off too well for us. That was the bear market. The bear market started last year, trickled into 2026. We saw the prices tank. We saw the possibility of the bottom being in at $60,000 the beginning of February. Was $60,000 the bottom is the grand old question. You take a look where we're at right now. Bitcoin is back at 71,800 bucks, down from yesterday, 73,800, whatever it was yesterday. Now we're back down $71,800. Bitcoin dominance is still very strong, 59.09%. But guess what? We've been paying attention to these doggone indicators for months. The Fear and Greed Index is now at 28. What the heck does that mean? What is that indicating to us? It is an indicator, right? What is the Fear and Greed Index listed at 28 today? What is that telling us? What is that communicating to us? A few days ago, we saw the Fear and Greed Index at 13. A couple of months ago, we saw the Fear and Greed Index get to its lowest point of 5. Now we're at 28. We've been talking about how important it is to buy when there's extreme fear, because it could only go down so far. Once it hit 5, it hit 8, you knew it was going to go back up. Well, you may not have known, but if you've been in this market any particular time, if you saw and was around in 2025, we saw that. We've learned from that. That's why I say, take the information and the data that we had to go through and experience in 2025, take what you've learned and apply it going forward. A lot of the stuff we learned in 2024, 2025, we're going to apply it in 2026. We see extreme fear, low the boat. Could be somewhere near the bottom. So we're still in quarter 1 of 2026. Quarter 4 2025 didn't do too well, but what will quarter 1 do? Well, we did start off very rocky. Quarter 1, was that the end of the bear market? Are we expecting to scale up from here? We started off the month of March with $66,000. We're talking about 5 consecutive months of red for Bitcoin. Will the month of March be red? Will the month of March be red? Will we see 6 consecutive months? I highly doubt it. Started off March with $66,000. Yesterday we hit 73, almost $74,000. So it is starting off very well. Even in the midst of a Middle East crisis, even in the midst of war strikes, Bitcoin still pumped. The stock market still trying to stand strong. Is the stock market preparing to drop? We did see all-time high for the Dow Jones hit above 50,000 points. Yesterday, it pumped right along with Bitcoin. Today, the stock market Dow Jones is down about 500 points. Bitcoin's down just a little bit also. But whenever you see a massive pump like we saw yesterday, Typically, the next day you will see a little bit of cooling off. So that is what we're seeing today. What's going to go on tomorrow? What type of moves will we be seeing in the month of March? Will March be very bullish? Will March be that month where we could say, oof, we finally got the red out of our system? March could be bright green. How high could we go? Look at all the excitement that happened yesterday when Bitcoin only hit $73,000. People were FOMOing in, people were buying, all coins were exploding. People were buying at the heights. Whenever Bitcoin start to pump, whenever the market start to pump, people have a tendency to want to buy. I used to be like that. When the market is exciting, when it seems like when it starts to pump, I'm like, damn, let me buy some. Microsoft up a little bit, let me buy some. Bitcoin up a little bit, let me buy some. Solana's pumping, let me buy something. Then the next day, like, oh man, now it's down. Why is it down? Why it seems like every time I buy, the market go down? Because you are buying in the green. You're chasing. Stop chasing. Stop chasing these plays when they're pumping. Learn to be strategic. Learn to be disciplined. You have to be disciplined and buy with a strategic move. You got to buy with strategic movements. When the market's red, everybody's doom and gloom. That's when you get some skin in the game. That's how I've been doing it. Buying low, dollar cost averaging at best. We don't know if it's going to go back down to the $60,000 range. We don't know if it's going to get back to $62,000. But did you DCA during that particular period? Did you DCA not only into Bitcoin, but did you buy some of them doggone altcoins that you are beat down in? Did you lower your average cost? Which is exactly what dollar cost averaging does. So, like I say, this is a long run. This is a long-term game. We're not in it for the next 30 days. Yeah, we want to see what March is going to do, but the game is not over. We are learning. We're paying attention to what the markets are doing based on what we saw over the past 5 months. We say, you know what, March could be very explosive. How heavy were you dollar cost averaging when we hit $60,000? How prepared were you for March based upon 5 consecutive months of red? These are some of the questions I ask myself when I am going over my vision board, when I'm writing down things on my board, when I'm taking notes. I question myself as the CEO of my own portfolio. I question myself. I say, man, did you think about this? Man, you better look at this. Remember last time XYZ happened? You have to be intentional with this wealth growing, with dominating this market. You got to dominate the bear market. You dominate the bear market. When the bull market comes, it's going to be easy peasy. This is the hard part right now. The hard part is figuring out and navigating through the bear market. When should I buy? What should I buy? Most importantly, what should I buy is very important. When? Yeah, that's important too, but what? We know, especially with altcoins, a lot of these altcoins are not going to be around. A lot of these altcoins are not going to recover. That's why it's so important to getting right, knowing what to buy. When to buy is very important, knowing when we are in a bear market, knowing when we are in a bull market, knowing when the Bitcoin halving year is to occur. These are all important time points that we need to be aware of. So there's a lot of things that we will continue to learn as the market continues to advance. A lot of moving parts. We still don't have a Clarity Act. So once the Clarity Act gets initiated, once it get approved, then the cheese is going to move again. Then there's going to be something else we're going to have to learn to adapt to. ETFs came in 2024. We had to learn to adapt to it. Bitcoin is evolving. Cryptocurrency is evolving. Blockchains are evolving. XRP, CC Canton Network. Which one will be the leader? Get some skin in the game in both of them. My bags are decent in XRP. I need to load up my bag in CC Canton Network, just in case it is the one that flies and become the blockchain, the cryptocurrency that is used for financial transactions and exchanges throughout the world. Things are moving at a fast pace. A lot of these things we can't see. A lot of these things are taken and happening behind the scenes. A lot of deals are being discussed behind the scenes right now. They're paying attention. They know what the power of blockchain is. They know the potency of Bitcoin. Bitcoin dipped down to $60,000. You don't think that they were loading the boat? They remember when it was 126. They said, damn, if this thing get to 80 or 70, I'm gonna load the boat. It got to 60. Mm. Who are you thinking of like? Are you thinking of like the millionaires, the billionaires, thinking like the large corporations, the large institutions? Or you still thinking like a newbie, still thinking like the average retail investors? You have to put on a different hat sometimes. Sometimes you have to think like them. What would they do? What are they doing right now? Are they buying? Are they selling? Mm, very strategic is the way I am going to continue to play this market. Like I always stress, all you got to do is get it right one time in this cryptocurrency space, and you'll be okay. You get it right once, you'll be comfortable. You say, you know what? I'm cool. I'm chilling. Let me go ahead and go on vacation. Y'all pack your bags. Go ahead and make arrangements. Where y'all want to go? I'm out of here. So that is what we're striving for. That is why we're in cryptocurrency. We could be buying Apple, could be buying Tesla, Nvidia, so forth and so on. Those are going to make gains also, but cryptocurrency is where you can make exponential gains, which is why we are in this market, which is why we're in this space. We didn't hit it in 2025, didn't see things go parabolic. We didn't see an altcoin season like we wanted, like we were expecting. But is the game over? Game is not over. We still got skin in the game. We still got a chance to get it right that one time now that we know a lot more than what we knew years ago. So come on over there, join us in the Patreon. We have a great cryptocurrency community and we would love to see you over there. This video is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.